All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio, right here on Opera, and today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689, or blindsofsacramento.com. Now, today, got a gentleman in here I met at one of the M&O events last week, Brayden Nowak. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, with Valley Flow AI, and we're going to be talking about what you're doing and how you're helping people. And how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here. It's a beautiful studio, beautiful day. So, thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. I'm going to get rid of those notes though, because nobody cares about what's on your phone.
All righty, go ahead.
People don't want to do business with somebody who has the right things to say, or nobody cares what you do for a living. They want to know who you are, right? When you go to a networking event and you're like, hey, what do you do? Oh, I do AI. Great, that's cool. Da, 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 da. Yeah, they're getting your business card, but are they going to call you? The difference is that if you say, hey, you know, I'm a part of a kiteboarding league, and you're like, no kidding, I've always wanted to do that. Here, come join us. Now what do you think is going to happen? You're going to build a relationship. You're going to be doing things together, and they're going to be like, you're the guy that does AI. Let me ask you something. And so that's what's going to sell you. Does that make sense?
It sure does.
And that's why we do what we're doing with our platform and everything, both with the radio show, but all of our events and our experiences. Have you been to our website yet?
Oh, many times.
Did you see the Ferrari and Monterey Car Week and all the stuff that we're doing?
Yes.
Why are we doing all of that?
Because he got money. If you didn't hear it, he just threw my phone across. You know, got my notes out of here. So I'm just kidding. But spread the name. The
reason why we're doing that is so people build real relationships together. That's the whole point.
Perfect.
Right? You go to Ferrari and you're hanging out at Ferrari. The whole point is that you're getting to know somebody on a level that's way different than, hey, what do you do for a living? Okay? So, who is Brayden Nowak? Who are you? What do you do outside of work?
Yeah, so I try to keep a pretty healthy balance. Other than that, I do find myself working a lot. I do outside. I tend to try and get outside. I do work out as much as possible in the outdoors. Running, hiking, stuff like that.
You're an outdoorsy guy.
I am.
Do you like going hiking? And
I do. Thankfully, that is in part due to my girlfriend. She is the same way. But paddleboarding, hiking.
Are you one of those that are out there on the lake, on Folsom Lake, paddleboarding?
I am.
I see you guys and crossing over. I'm like, look at all these crazy people.
Right? That's it.
So you've been out there by Rainbow Bridge and all that stuff?
Sure have, many times.
Have you seen the bald eagles out there?
Yes, they're beautiful.
You've seen them?
Mm-hmm. A couple times. Have you been able to see them out there yet?
Not out there. We have them up here, though.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh,
I've seen them on the little communities too. They name the eagles.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's a beautiful place.
It's incredible. It's incredible. See, I'm a driver. I'm not a water person.
Mm-hmm.
I've had CPR twice. Oh. Yes, I'm not a water person.
No. Oh Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's keep you away from the water.
Let's keep you away from the water.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's not funny. No, it's not funny.
So you like driving too?
I'm a driver. Yeah. So my family, my mom, she grew up in a race car family and taught me how to drive on a closed course racetrack. That's where I learned how to drive.
That's really
and then wasn't necessarily a closed course. The story is that my family, they're legendary Pikes Peak hill climb race car drivers. Wow. So if you're familiar with Pikes Peak hill climb is, okay. And so when I learned how to drive, my mom took me up to a windy road that was as close to what we could find to being Pikes Peak and said drive.
Wow.
And so she was like, okay, don't fall over the side, but you're going to want to do this. You're going to do this. So she taught me how to drive like a race car driver.
Right into it.
And so that's where it's at. And the whole swimming thing, no, didn't work for me. No.
Actually, I do love driving too. Believe it or not.
Are you a car guy?
I am. I'm into the Germans for sure.
You're into the Germans.
Oh, yeah.
What's your ultimate? Like ultimate. If you can do anything, any car.
Ooh, I'm probably going with. Anything. I'll probably go with like a McLaren P1, something crazy like that, right? But for the Germans, I have to keep it maybe an E63. I love those.
Okay.
But I'm not really a Mercedes guy, I have to say.
I've
I'm
always
BMW.
I've always been a Mercedes guy. I've had 8 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
8 of
Yeah,
them
so
and 3 Porsches.
I've actually had more BMWs. I've only had a couple Mercedes before, so
Yeah.
I do love the AMG, the bi-turbo. Those E63s
yes.
are wonderful. So
Yeah, and they sound good, and they're fun, and the
Just
cars, and they're heavy.
and they carve and they're heavy. And
I
it's
love
beautiful.
it. I love it. Yeah. BMW. What would be your ultimate BMW?
Oh man, about nowadays, I mean, I don't have to go with the M5 CS or something like that. You know, something beautiful, flashy.
I had a
Wonderful.
650.
Oof.
I loved it, but it was such a piece of crap. It was
Always,
terrible.
always in the dealership. Huh?
Oh, dude, it was always broken. Always broken. All right, so today you're doing Valley Flow AI. Explain to me what Valley Flow AI is.
Yeah, so essentially we are we help other smaller. We've worked with medium to a little bit bigger, but we like helping local smaller businesses scale their businesses, whether it's an online store, products. We've worked with boutiques, home service businesses is my niche. I love that.
It's your specialty.
Yes, sir. I love working with home service businesses. I know the playing field. I've scaled my own home service business out here using these same tactics and stuff that I do take on with me to show these other businesses. So
I know you don't want to give away the recipe and the secrets, but explain to me where AI comes in. Is it that you're looking for a certain, you're looking for certain types of traffic? Are you looking for certain types of?
So yeah. So it does. Honestly, it can come in any way you want it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from missed calls to to ranking within the
feeding it into a
business.
CRM, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Anything you need it to do. So one of the greatest things that I like about it is that you can essentially automate some of the tasks that would normally be considered noise, signal noise.
Yes.
You can automate all of your tasks, increase your signal ratio. So that's one thing that I find.
I like that. What I want to do is I want to get you connected. If you decide that you want to be a part of our group, there's a couple of people in our group that I specifically want to introduce you to. Mike Amico being supreme. Mike Amico's phenomenal, and then John Poindexter. Very, very, very good guys. And I think that you guys could really complement each other, getting you into the same room and scheduling meetings and seeing what that would look like with you guys. Why are you so passionate about this space? I mean, I get that AI is really where everything is going, but I mean, essentially they're still talking about it being a bubble. I mean, we had the .com bubble. Obviously, we're seeing something similar to that right now. But why are you so passionate about this space? Is this a bandwagon thing for you? Or has it always been interesting?
Yeah, no. So that's a wonderful question. So I'll break it down into tiers. So for the bubble aspect of it, I believe that it is not a closed bubble. I think that it's something that anyone can implement in their life.
We're using it for everything, but you would never realize it.
Exactly. Yes. And then as far as the bandwagon, I would say that it's just get with it or get lost. I mean, it's one of those things that it's coming up, and so like you said yourself, it's time to explore, your options.
When you look at our product, you look at, as an example, Impact and Influence magazine, the title came from AI.
Right.
Okay. We were looking for a variety of different titles, and we said what we were looking for, and it gave me about 30 different titles, and then finally, you can take a peek at it, and so the title was AI, and then we were trying to figure out how we wanted the layout to look. So the layout was AI. Then we were looking at our trademark. We did the trademark using AI. A lot of the artwork in the magazine is AI. All of the articles that go into the magazine are run through AI. So AI is running almost every dimension of this, but it's a product that looks like it's 30 or 40 years old, which is really cool, right?
It's a beautiful magazine.
It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, yes. But again, the technologies that we have today, you have to use them in the right applications. And I'm assuming that's the direction that you're taking. You want people to still be belly to belly, but you want to make the process a little bit.
Exactly. So a lot of times when people hear the AI thing, their eyes start to wander and they say, "Oh, okay, all right." Yeah. So one thing that I love to capitalize on is the fact that you can use AI in almost all of your daily tasks and still stay completely, face to face, voice to voice, person to person with whoever it is that you're serving, your customers, other business owners, anything like that, So a lot of times people will think of it as, oh, it's a magical thing, talking box or something. No, that's not it at all. You just are supposed to know how to utilize AI to be almost essentially like assistants or agents in your everyday lives.
Absolutely. What types of clients are you looking for?
So I'm essentially looking, of course, for anyone looking to expand their business within the Sacramento area, but preferably, people with, 5 to 10 plus employees, somebody who is knows what they're looking for. A lot of times when I do sit down with these business owners, I ask them, what is it that trying to accomplish? Exactly. What direction do you want to go with your business? What is it? What are your 3 top goals right now? And then we kind of reverse engineer back from that to see if, how we can fit AI into helping you out and getting you towards those goals. The thing about AI too.
My brain is always going a million miles an hour. Do you have software integration that you can help people if they can download and then it allows them? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And thank you for bringing me to that. So I actually have a software that I'm working on right now. I've been working on it for the past couple of years. I went to college for it. I have a couple of different software designers who are working with me on it. Some business partners from other realms of AI. Anyway, so I do have a little wait list and stuff for that. I'm trying to get it of course fully fine tuned and everything before we get it out to the public. But we're offering a free a wait list to join and stuff like that. So it'll be up on the website and stuff like that. So it'll get you primary access to the software that allows you to, like you said, it's connect everything. So I can go into that a little bit later too if you want. But,
do you what's your intention? Where do you want to take this?
So my intention, this is really cool. So I never really figured I would be taking it to the level that I am now and actually running with it like this, but it's all in the helping other businesses, networking, growing my, of course I do see value in it for myself. I get to talk to all of these wonderful business owners, up and coming, networking groups, everything like that. So it's wonderful. I just love working with the businesses, especially out here in Sacramento. Everyone. We're all a family. So
this is Sacramento is a very interesting place. It's one of those places that all cultures, all ideas, exactly. all religions, all races, everyone's together. And the people that we get in here is astonishing. We've had people from all over the world in here, and it's incredible just to see everyone working together. Everyone's doing something fun.
Right.
Now, you wanted me to touch on, you had another business and you implemented this software and this strategy into your business, and that business took off. Yes, and now you're like, okay, well, I want to do this with other people.
Right. Exactly. So that's like I said, that's one of them. First times I said, oh wow, this has some value to it. I really need to share this and show what the possibilities of this. And so, it started off with just a few of my, close, contacts, business owners and stuff like that. And then they just started, talking about it by word of mouth. They got out. And then, I started just getting calls, seeing how I could help people set it up. So I owned an exterior cleaning company actually out of Sacramento. We started that a few years ago.
Pressure washing buildings exactly. And so forth.
Yeah. So that was about 6-7 years ago when we started that up, and so after a couple years we hit a plateau. I feel like I just like to call it a plateau, as in with the single location that we had and the manpower that we had, it was just only so much we could handle. So jobs were coming down the pipeline left and right. We were scheduling them. Sometimes we would find ourselves having to reschedule jobs and stuff because we were getting packed. And so what I was like, wow, man, like this is getting a lot, and I'm one person, of course I delegated as many tasks as possible, but still, when you're the owner of a small company and you start taking on
especially when it's a service-based business, you have to build something that's that can function without you.
Right. Exactly. And so I thought to myself, how would I be able to, essentially take on this new influx of customers and other businesses and whatnot. And so I said, because we had gotten to the commercial side of it too, restaurants, gas stations. But anyway, so that's when this came in, the automation, AI, everything like that. The software, I actually stumbled across a software that was in progress. It was currently being built. Someone showed it to me. It allows you, to connect, like you said, your CRM to all your socials, everything like that, your Google Calendar, which actually gave me the idea. I was like, wow, this is great, but it's not as good as it could be. So that's when I jumped into it. I started saying, like what could I do?
Well, this is where all great ideas come from, is finding solutions to problems.
Right.
You just have to just keep at it. You've been an entrepreneur for a while. And obviously, you're just gonna have to play the game. It's a long game, dude. It's a very long game. I've been at this a long time, and so are you still in your 20s? Or you're in your 30s?
Yes, sir.
You're in your 20s. You had a long road ahead of you, dude, and you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine. Brayden Nowak, Valley Flow AI, 916-889-3096, 916-889-3096, valleyflowai.com. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, brother?
Not much. So give us a call. Like I said, just we do. We help you do everything. We can. We do that little bit of web design and receptionist stuff like that. But what I like to stress on is the fact that most of these businesses out here don't know that they're actually being essentially blacklisted by these top search engines because they're not appearing how they should be with AI. So, with that being said, that's what we do. You got my contact info there. So
Absolutely.
For anyone that, maybe even just needs to ask some questions or anything like that, I'm always willing to help other business owners in the area. So
916-889-3096, 916-889-3096, valleyflowai.com. Hey, Brayden, thank you so much for being here. And I want to thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.